guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a talk through makeup tutorial on this look using the MorpheXJaclynHill palettes. I knew I wanted to play with some of the colors in the palette today, but I also wanted to challenge myself and use some of the different shades that other people haven't used yet, and I am so happy with how this look came out. But yeah, I think that's all I have to tell you guys for now. If you want to see how to get this look with the JaclynHill palette, then just keep on watching. So I'm starting out with my eyebrows on and my lids prepped, but as always I will have everything on my face listed down below, as well as my eyebrow routine linked down there in case you guys want to know how I fill in my brows, just so that we save time and we can get right into the eyeshadow. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and we'll get started. I'm so excited to use the JaclynHill palette today. I had to screenshot the colors on my phone here, so that's what I'll be referring to. That's something I'm like kind of really upset about, is that a lot of people got that card with all of the shade names on it. I don't know if that was just for PR, but I did not. I literally checked my box and everything like 3 or 4 times, like it's gotta be in here, and I'm like really upset about it. I want to know the shade name. I would love that card with the shade names on it. Freaking garbage truck. Like the one morning I film early, it's garbage day. Just my luck. I usually film around noon, but I had to film early today. It's like 9 a.m. right now. And I'm gonna use Beam today just because I used Enlight in my last video and I just want to try out the other one now. A lot of times I like to start with my brow bone highlight just because I feel like I can map out the eyeshadow look a little bit and it ensures that I won't go up too high with my other colors. Gorgeous highlight shade. Oh my gosh. By the way, that little brush I was using is by Eco Tools, and now I'm switching to this fluffy blending brush by Sonia Kashuk. I'm gonna go in with the shade Silk Cream, which has been one of my faves. I like the one next to it too, which is called MFEO, but Silk Cream is a little bit lighter and I just find it looks better as my transition on my skin tone. Now I'm also gonna take a little bit of Creamsicle because it is just so gorgeous above eyeshadow looks. So again, I'm going to be very light-handed and I'm just going to put this in my upper crease. Garbage truck is back. Okay, so now I'm switching brushes again. I'm using the Morphe M433. Now I'm going to take the next one over, which is called Butter. Sorry about the garbage truck, seriously. But with this shade, I'm just going to start really defining my crease, bringing it all the way into the inner corner because we're going to be doing a halo eye. So laying all of these browns down first is going to make it all like a super smoky gradient effect instead of just like green highlight, you know what I mean? Going in with the next shade over called Pooter. Am I the only one that started using that term, by the way? I freaking love it. I like to kind of lift my eyelid like this because when you're like this and you're blending, you can kind of tend to get the eyeshadow up too high. Okay, now I'm going to take this clean blending brush. This is the Morphe M441 and I'm just going to go over all of the edges. We're getting there, but I think we need to add another darker shade. I'm actually going to go in with Buns right here. It's like a really pretty reddy pinky brown shade. We're just going to keep that nice and low and continue to darken the look. I'm also not really worrying about the outer corner because obviously we haven't done our face makeup yet, so we can clean up that edge with concealer. I'm going to go back in with Creamsicle, that orangey shade that we used as a transition. I'm just going to go right up in that transition space just to blend out the harsh edges and add that warmth back into the look. Now we're going to go in with some colors. So I'm going to start out with Jada and I'm going to put this in my inner and outer corner, leaving the middle of our lid open because we're going to put a shimmer shade there. And I'm going to do this a little bit differently just so that I stay really careful. I'm going to be placing the color first with a kind of dome buffer brush, and then I'll go in with my Morphe M433 to really blend it out. So I got it on the lid quite a bit blending. That's totally fine. I really was just trying to get that blue shade to go up into my crease a little bit, and I'm really liking how it's going so far. So really quick before we move on to a darker shade, I'm gonna go in with Creamsicle one more time. Actually, probably not the last time. And I'm just gonna go right here above that blue where the blue and the brown meet. So next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Enchanted, which is a dark green. And I'm gonna be using the same technique as I did with Jada with placing the color and then blending it out. It just really helps me to not get carried away. Gotta be really careful on the inner corner not to bring it up too high, because that is when an eyeshadow look gets muddy and doesn't look right, is when you bring the shadows up too high. Okay, and just like last time, we're gonna go in with a little bit of Creamsicle and blend out that edge. I'm gonna go in with Diva, which is such a gorgeous shade. Also, I'm not gonna be wetting my brush at all because I honestly don't have anything to wet my brush with right now. I'm out of setting spray, I don't have a mixing medium or anything, so we're really putting this shade to the test. But in reality, I don't always have those things on me, and you guys may not either. So as you can see, I'm keeping that right in the middle. You don't want to go too far to the sides because you want it to be a nice contrast. You want it to be like matte on the inner and outer corner and then super shimmery in the center. So I am getting a little bit of fallout and making it much worse with my dirty fingers, but we'll totally fix that later. And it's really not a ton of fallout for how much I'm packing this on. I'm not tapping off at all. I'm just literally getting my brush super saturated and then packing it on the lid. So of course I'm gonna get fallout, you know. Oh! Another garbage truck. Okay, so now that I have my lid shade on, I can see that I definitely want to darken the inner and outer corner because my lid shade is a dark one today. It's not a drastic contrast right now. So I'm going to go in with Enchanted again, that dark green shade, and darken both the inner and outer corner. Again, I'm sorry for this garbage truck right now. I'm going to go in with this brush now just because it's super clean. I got this with my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, just so that again, I can ensure that I don't have any of the shimmer shade on my brush. I'm just gonna grab a little Enchanted with this blending brush I'm using and continue to darken. Okay, I'm gonna work on blending out the inner corners a little bit. I'm really happy with how I kept the green nice and low, but I still think that it's a little bit choppy and unblended in the inner corners. So I'm gonna go in with Silk Cream, the very first shade that we used. I don't know if you can see a huge difference, but it does help quite a bit. I'm gonna take that Silk Cream shade again just to help blend out the outer corners as well. And a little bit of Creamsicle too. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how it looks so far. What I'm gonna do is actually do my face makeup really quick because I like to do my lower lash line after I do the rest of my face. So I got a little carried away cleaning up the fallout and kind of cleaned up my edges here. So I wish I would have done it with you guys, but oh well. I'm gonna start by just moisturizing my skin first with my Rosehip oil. This is from the brand Leven Rose. I did a whole video on this stuff. I absolutely love it. It'll be linked down below for you guys in case you want to check it out. For foundation today, I'm going to be using my all-time favorite, which is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. And I am the lightest shade, 0.5 Breeze. I'm going to conceal my under eyes and highlight the center of my face with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. Okay, let's set the face now. First thing I'm gonna do is take a small brush. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. Now I'll go in with a little bit bigger of a brush. This is by Crown Brushes. It's technically an angled blush brush. When I got it in the mail, I was like, are you kidding me? Then I'll go in with one more brush to set my whole face. This is the e.l.f. I always forget the name of this brush. I think it's called the Ultimate Blending Brush, maybe? Alright, I'm gonna quickly bronze using my one and only bronzer. Not really, but it is my all-time favorite. I use it pretty much every day. Well, every day that I put makeup on, which is like 4 times a month. Anyways, though, it is NYC Sunny Bronzer. Oh, and my favorite bronzer brush is this Real Techniques blush brush. And now, should we use blush today? I guess we'll put a little on just for the sake of the video. I'm gonna use this NYX blush in the shade Dusty Rose. I used to use it all the time. Now for highlight, I am going to switch it up a little bit because Ever since I got this Anastasia and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, I have not put it down. I swear I've used one other highlight one other time since I got this guy, so I am gonna switch it up for you guys today and use Becca Moonstone. I just have a little mini one. Oh no! I really wanted to try one of the highlight shades from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm totally gonna go in with the same shade I used on my brow bone just to test it out, because back in the day when I first started makeup and I didn't have any highlighters, this is what I did. I just used different eyeshadows and they totally work. You can totally do it. Oh my gosh. Dang. Alrighty, so I'm going to start with the lower lash line. The first shade I'm going in with is Jada. I'm going to go in with that same highlight shade called Beam. This little buffer brush is by Eco Tools, by the way. Okay, we're going to start darkening that up with Enchanted, putting that pretty close to the lash line. Go take a nap, Tina. Okay, and before I place the shimmer shade in the middle, I'm gonna just blend this out with Silk Cream and Creamsicle. All right, so I obviously finished up my makeup. Don't hate me. My camera battery died, and since I am kind of on a time crunch today, I just decided to finish up the few steps that I had. It was all kind of stuff that's hard to film anyways, so it would have been just quick little snippets of it, but I'll just quickly go through what I did, but you can also refer down to the description box. Again, I have everything on my face listed down below. So first I just obviously finished up with the lower lash line. I decided to not put the shimmer shade in the middle. It wasn't really showing up anyway since it all is just dark greens. So I decided to just bring Jada and Enchanted all the way across my lower lash line. And for lashes I used Ardell Demi Wispies. I also decided to put a nude pencil in my waterline. And today I used the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipstick in the shade Push Up. But I'm super, super happy with how this look came out. I was nervous. I think we all get a little nervous when we start playing with colors, but I really, really like how it came out, and I had so much fun playing with colors today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for me, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. I love you all so much, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye, guys! Just gonna go right up in that transition. Okay. Let me think. Oh. Did you guys see that? Okay. My cat is being so annoying right now. Tina, what are you doing? No playing with cords. Tina, knock it off. Tina, seriously. I'm almost finished, but I need you to pull it together. Sad thing is, I'm doing absolutely nothing today except going to the gym. I hate wasting makeup days, you know?